Sophie Cunningham.
It happened again. The WNBA have fined her again.
What she had to say about the referees.
A simple call right in front of your face multiple times.
Damn.
What are you doing?
I even credited that their job was hard. I did say that.
She has come out. She's been fined again, by the way, by the WNBA. When she told them and talked about getting fined for this on her podcast, they fined her again.
We were talking about like our first week, what people had to say. Well, the WNBA fined me. They fined me $1,500.
Sophie Cunningham has now been fined 4 times this season.
The WNBA fined Sophie for her referee podcast comments.
The WNBA just fined Sophie Cunningham again. And yes, it's connected to Caitlin Clark. Sophie spoke up about the league's failure to protect players, especially Caitlin.
Like, she basically talked about being like, the refs need to protect the face of the league. Was it not for her saying the refs need to protect Caitlin Clark?
And now she's paying the price. If you think Caitlin Clark deserves better, drop a 100% in the comments right now.
You have the biggest player in the league on your team.
Views dropped 1 million views, bro, across platforms since Caitlin Clark has been hurt.
Sophie Cunningham has officially become the league's loudest and most punished truth teller. The WNBA has now fined her multiple times.
This was July 23rd. She put this up and said she got fined $500 by the WNBA.
Sophie Cunningham has now been fined 4 times this season.
Sophie Cunningham got fined yet again for what she had to say about the referees after episode 1,
including a recent $1,500 fine just for being honest about what players are dealing with on the court. Her crime? Speaking out on her podcast.
She got fined for comments on a podcast episode.
It's about the terrible officiating.
Sophie Cunningham's new podcast, Show Me Something. It's pretty clear. Every time one of these episodes drops, we better have our ears on because something's going to come out of it.
And the league's failure to protect players, particularly Caitlin Clark. It all started when Sophie made a simple but powerful statement. If it's a simple call right in front of your face multiple times.
It's a simple call right in front of your face multiple times. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What call are you like bugged out?
All of them.
Most? Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like,
she called for accountability, consistency, and fairness.
I think the players across the league, new fans across the country, everyone's like, what's going on with the refs? I'm like, I don't know.
The basics every professional league should have. But instead of listening, the WNBA hit her with fine after fine.
She has come out. She's been fined again, by the way, by the WNBA because she made comments criticizing when she told them and talked about getting fined for this on her podcast. They fined her again.
They're going to fine you again.
She even pointed out that while players like Caitlin Clark get knocked around with no calls, the league is more focused on silencing those who speak up.
They get more negative light shined on them because the enforcer of the Indiana Fever is talking about her getting fined
than actually fixing the problem. Sophie didn't curse. She didn't insult. She just told the truth. And the truth cost her $1,500.
We were talking about like our first week, what people had to say. Well, the WNBA fined me.
No! You got fined for episode 1?
Dude, they fined me $1,500.
You know what the league said? Fine. Here's 15. 500 is nothing. Boom. Here's a 15 piece on you.
What's even crazier is that she gave the refs credit. She said, I know their job is hard.
You know, some of the refs are really good.
I even said I'd be bad at it.
I even credited that their job was hard. I did say that.
Still, the WNBA didn't care.
I was like, I even told them, I even credited that their job was hard. I did say that. And I said that I would not be good at it. I did say that. Like, look at the whole picture. What are we doing?
That honesty, that transparency, punished.
Sophie Cunningham probably made about 7 or 8 grand from that podcast, first podcast. About 7 or 8 grand. And that's not including YouTube ad revenue. The YouTube ad revenue itself is way more than the 1,500.
And fans are furious. A petition has already started to reform WNBA officiating.
There's a petition over the WNBA officiating, how bad it is, over Sophie Cunningham getting fined.
Because you can only fine based on WNBA salary. So the more tiny fines that Sophie Cunningham picks up, the better it's going to be for her social media presence.
And people online are literally offering to pay Sophie's fines themselves.
Start a GoFundMe for Indiana Fever fines. F this league, unbelievable. Please sign a petition to change WNBA officiating.
The league is sending a clear message. If you speak out, you get silenced.
That she is probably going to have the highest percentage of like fines for a season since without getting suspended for a single game.
But Sophie Cunningham, she's not backing down. And now she's got an entire fan base behind her. Even while sidelined, Caitlin Clark remains the heartbeat of the WNBA. Every headline, every viral moment, every league controversy seems to trace back to her, including Sophie Cunningham's growing list of fines. Let's be clear, Caitlin is not just a rookie anymore. She's the face of the league, and the league knows it. But instead of building her up, protecting her, and promoting her leadership, the league has allowed a disturbing pattern to take root.
For F's sakes, the WNBA fined Sophie for her referee podcast comments, but beat the shit out of Caitlin Clark the last 2 seasons. No fines there.
Since the moment she entered the WNBA, Caitlin has faced relentless physicality, borderline dirty plays, and, worst of all, no consistent protection from referees. Sophie Cunningham was one of the few voices brave enough to call it out. She demanded that the league protect Caitlin, calling her the face of the league and questioning why obvious fouls are being ignored. That one sentence, the refs need to protect Caitlin Clark.
All she said was basically, was talking about, the refs need to protect. I'm pretty sure, was it not for her saying the refs need to protect Caitlin Clark? Like, she basically talked about being like the refs need to protect the face of the league.
Sparked backlash not from fans, but from the league itself. The WNBA didn't just fine Sophie once, they hit her again and again, just for defending a teammate and standing up for safety. Think about the message that sends. When a player gets hacked, shoved, or blindsided on national TV, silence. But when someone speaks up about it, $1,500 fine. Where's the accountability? What's even more unbelievable is that while all this chaos unfolds, Caitlin Clark's name still dominates the ratings. The Indiana Fever, with or without her, continue to draw historic numbers. Their game against the Seattle Storm recently pulled 1.6 million average viewers.
The Indiana Fever win over the Seattle Storm, averaging 1.6 million views and peaked at around 2 million. They're doing this without Caitlin Clark.
Peaking at 2 million?
1.6 million viewers, average, with a peak of 2 million. This is Caitlin Clark's team. People are rooting for her.
Even while Caitlin was out with injury. That's 20% higher than last year's average.
This 1.6 million number is huge, absolutely huge, on ABC at that.
Proving her impact isn't just felt on the court.
For the viewership to be still holding at 1 million views without Caitlin Clark is crazy.
It's lifting the entire league. And make no mistake, the fans haven't forgotten. Every time Caitlin is bumped without a whistle, every time a flagrant is ignored, and every time a fellow player like Sophie gets punished for saying what fans are thinking, the frustration grows. Caitlin Clark is still igniting the league. Her presence has brought in new eyes, new energy, and new revenue.
For them to still be holding strong without Caitlin Clark being there, for them to be at 1.6 million views is legendary, man.
And that team consistently is Caitlin Clark's team.
But instead of embracing that, the league seems stuck in a strange battle. A battle between celebrating its biggest star and protecting its fragile image. And unfortunately, it's players like Sophie and fans like you who are left wondering, why is the WNBA punishing those who want to make it better?
We were talking about like our first week, what people had to say. Well, the WNBA fined me. Dude, they fined me $1,500.
As if fines and officiating controversies weren't enough, the Indiana Fever were blindsided by another massive blow. The sudden, silent exit of Dana Bonner, a veteran expected to provide leadership, stability, and experience. But instead, what she delivered was confusion, disarray, and betrayal. And yes, this too impacts Caitlin Clark's world. Let's be clear, Dana Bonner didn't just leave the team, she ghosted them.
Sophie Cunningham just told what went down with Dwana Bonner exiting the team in a new episode of her podcast.
I doubt Dwana Bonner had any idea that how dirty she did her teammates on her way out of Indiana would ever come out to light.
No heads up, no goodbye.
But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy. And like, I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one.
No explanation.
Was there explanation when it happened? No. Not even privately.
She didn't say, hey, this isn't working out. She just didn't say anything at all.
She vanished without even sending a simple group text.
It's okay to be professional about it and like send a text to your teammates. Send a text and be like, hey, like, love you guys. Or you don't even have to say love you guys. Just like, hey, sorry this didn't work out.
She no-called, no-showed her way out of a job.
According to players, even behind the scenes, there was zero communication.
Tawana Bonner said, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And the teammates had absolutely no idea what was going on.
One day she was on the roster. The next she was gone. No one saw it coming. Not her teammates, not the coaches, and not even the fans. And that's where the damage begins. For a rookie like Caitlin Clark, who's already carrying the weight of record-breaking expectations, you need locker room veterans who lead, not disappear. When you're new to the league, trying to find your rhythm, recover from injury and build chemistry, the last thing you need is a senior player who walks out without a word. That kind of behavior sends shockwaves through the locker room, undermines trust, and erodes the professional culture of a team already under constant scrutiny. Sophie Cunningham, who herself played alongside Bonner in Phoenix, opened up about the situation.
Sophie Cunningham got her new podcast, Show Me Something, bro, with Wes. They dropped another episode.
Sophie Cunningham said, I got a podcast. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm not going to protect narratives. Sophie Cunningham is shedding some light onto that entire situation.
She said she was shocked by how Bonner handled it. According to Sophie, Bonner never even messaged her teammates. And while Sophie said she still wishes Dana happiness, she made it clear there's a right way to leave a team, and Dana didn't take it. Now let's zoom out. Add this to the storm already brewing. Caitlin Clark constantly getting hacked with no whistle. Sophie getting fined for defending her. Indiana's head coach facing heat for her rotations and treatment of Caitlin. And now a senior player quitting mid-season without telling anyone. It's chaos, the kind that tears teams apart, or if they're lucky, makes them stronger.
This can either make us or break us. This can either separate us or bring us closer together.
And here's the kicker. Bonner left Indiana only to join her wife, Alyssa Thomas, with the Phoenix Mercury. That's fine. Athletes have personal lives. But the way it was done, it screamed selfishness over professionalism. A veteran ghosting a struggling, media-saturated team like the Fever just feeds into the drama Caitlin Clark is already being forced to navigate daily. It's especially frustrating for teammates like Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin.
Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, just as in the dark as we were.
Who were completely blindsided by the move. No warning, no leadership, and no accountability. Fans noticed, teammates noticed, and the league, silent. If this league wants to thrive, it must hold everyone accountable, not just the ones who speak out, but also the ones who disappear when things get tough. The truth is, Caitlin Clark is playing under a microscope. Every word, every play, every decision is judged. So imagine being in that spotlight while your own teammate vanishes without a word. That kind of abandonment doesn't just hurt, it disrupts everything. Chemistry, morale, momentum. And it proves once again that Sophie Cunningham was right. Players need to start speaking the truth. Because if Dana Bonner's exit doesn't prove there's internal chaos in Indiana, what does?
Sophie Cunningham got fined yet again for what she had to say about the referees after episode 1.
A simple call right in front of your face multiple times.
Damn.
What are you doing?
The WNBA fined Sophie for her referee podcast comments, but let motherfuckers beat the shit out of Caitlin Clark. She got fined $500 by the WNBA for criticizing the refs. She has come out. She's been fined again, by the way, by the WNBA because she made comments criticizing. When she told them and talked about getting fined for this on her podcast, they fined her again.
The message couldn't be clearer. Speak out, get fined, stay silent, get ignored. Sophie Cunningham is paying the price for telling the truth,
Sophie Cunningham, not holding back, letting it fly off the cuff, free flowing, love to see it.
While Caitlin Clark continues to take hits, literally and figuratively, without real protection from the league. And now with veterans like Dana Bonner walking out mid-season without a word, it's obvious that the chaos around Caitlin Clark isn't just happening on the court, it's happening behind closed doors too. But here's what they didn't expect: that fans would keep showing up, that people like Sophie would keep speaking out, and that even while injured, Caitlin Clark would still be the engine powering this league. So now, it's your turn. If you stand with Caitlin, if you believe players like Sophie shouldn't be punished for being honest, and if you want real change in the WNBA, smash that like button, drop a 100% in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed. Because this story, it's just getting started. Until next time, keep standing with Caitlin and keep calling out the chaos.